r/AskReddit, what's a now obsolete technology you miss? Solution, don't buy HP. I miss slamming the phone down when I'm pissed off at someone. And leaving the phone off the hook when you know that person is going to call you right back. Buttons to control the radio/HVAC on my car dashboard. The EU mandated physical controls for many car systems, so we'll see changes soon. My new work vehicle has the headlights inside a menu system on a touch screen. My 2023 Elantra N has all physical HVAC buttons, which I love. Buttons in general. I drive a 2010 Fit, where all of the controls are physical. Every time I drive my parents' 16 RAV4, the complete lack of feedback on the controls is just so bad and gummy. I don't think I could ever drive a post-15 car because of this. Station wagons with the rear-facing seat in the back. I'm sure it wasted space and wasn't as safe in the event of an accident, but as a kid that was the perfect road trip seat, and goofing off at the driver behind you was a blast. No kid who suffered from driving sickness will ever miss a rear-facing seat. Hard copy concert tickets. I'd like to keep adding to my 50-year concert ticket collection. Only way to do that now is to purchase commemorative printings from third-party companies. Memory unlocked. Added benefit of sitting at the back, the parents couldn't get to you if you were messing with your siblings, lol. Anything that doesn't need an app to function. I'm so sick of every product needing to have an app that are always poorly designed and hardly functional from the reviews. Also, the fact everything is just a subscription now, pisses me off. And signing you up for more apps you don't want behind the main one. Non-smart TVs and appliances. No, I don't want to give my dishwasher internet access. Your dishwasher requires access to basic profile information, your camera and photos, your microphone and speakers, your thoughts and feelings. I wish BlackBerry would have survived and improved. Great phone, just bad cameras and poor web browser. This is a knock on how bad cell service was back then, not BB, but I remember trying to turn on navigation to go to a place about 30 minutes away, and arriving before the navigation loaded. While I agree the BB keyboard is still unrivaled on cell phones today, my big takeaway from this thread is how fucking awesome technology is today. I loved my Blackberries. Best phones I ever had. ICQ. The little knock knock when a friend logged on, and the when they sent a message. I even remember my number. Yes, and going to the box office to buy it without $100 in fees per ticket. You don't have to fumble with having no signal and phone being dead and all the tickets are on one person's phone, etc. Same, but with the door opening and closing on aim. My alert sound was a moo, and it drove my mom crazy that I would leave the sound on for all 8 conversations I was having. 16/F/Callie, is that you? I really miss when the only way of getting on the internet was through the computer room. And the computer chairs that you knelt on. Downloading music on LimeWire and burning CDs was fun. I still have one of those spindles with a shit ton of old burned CDs on it. I don't even know what's on the CDs these days, but I bet it would be a big nostalgia trip if I took them out and listened to them. LimeWire, aka stage 4 internet cancer for your PC. A headphone jack on a phone. I love a headphone jack. The main reason I'm not giving up my Galaxy S9 is because of that. Also because I'm cheap. I use Bluetooth, but I agree. Gimme the option of forgetting I have unwired headphones and getting them caught in something, damn it. That's why I moved to Asus Zenfone. Non-subscription based services. The world was so much nicer. The iPod. Somehow using a phone isn't quite the same, but Bluetooth is too damn convenient. MP3 players were so good, I didn't need to care whether it would run out of battery, unlike when using my phone for music. Non-smart TVs. I just want a big screen I can plug stuff into that has buttons on it in case I lose the remote. My main TV doesn't even have a power button when I can't find the remote. ADHD wife hides it, it's completely useless except to stare at my sad reflection. Finish setting up your Google TV, bro, it's been 4 years. Stop asking. I know you can just not connect it to Wi-Fi, but I would still prefer a non-smart TV. Older generation video game consoles. I'll piggyback off of this and say split screen gaming. Payphones. I like having options. The fucking CD drive for computers. I still have a hard copy of Photoshop CS5 and I'm not letting go of it. Answering machines. More specifically, the world in which we needed them. It used to be that if you couldn't get a hold of someone, it was fine. They would call you back at some point in a number of days. Now, not reaching someone for an hour is a problem. Our phones tell other people when we've read messages but not responded. I think the plausible deniability we had was healthier for relationships. Constant contact can get so overbearing these days. Cars without touch screens. Physical buttons for the radio and A/C controls. An old school PR&DL gear shift or a manual transmission. Cars that weighed less than 2 tons and didn't have enormous blind spots. Cars that came in actual colors instead of grayscales. I hate how people have foregone color in their cars these days. The roads look so gloomy now. I miss physical buttons on cell phones. It's almost impossible to type on a touchscreen phone without several typos. I was great at texting with both T9S and QWERTY keyboards on phones. I could text without looking at my phone and do pretty well. I fat finger everything so badly on touch screens. I've had smartphones for 10 years now, doubt I'm going to improve much. MP3 players. I just want music with no ads and not having to pay for something I already own. Always liked typewriters. I'd love to try all the modern features, but I despise the subscription service model. I have a small collection. A 1910 Underwood, a 60s Remington, a portable Brother, and an electric Smith Corona. When I was in high school in the mid-2000s I literally wrote essays on it, and it was such a bitch compared to using a computer, but I loved every second of it. I still use them to journal. I have a filing cabinet filled with loose typewritten paper journal entries. We had a course for typing in school in the 1990s. Computers were totally common, but the course was done with typewriters, and I loved it. Knobs and buttons on car dashboards. Game Boy Color. Landlines. Cell phone suiwak for actual voice communications. Hate stepping on people talking and only one side can talk at a time and then both sides get cut out and neither can hear. Thank cell phones for that. With landlines, both people can talk, and, magic of magics, both could also hear the other when that happened. You know, a real two-way conversation. No ads or interruptions. Almost every form of media nowadays has that. One obsolete technology one missed dearly is the good old cassette tape. There was something magical about making mixtapes for friends or recording songs off the radio, complete with the inevitable hiss and crackle. Plus, there was a certain artistry involved in carefully rewinding or fast-forwarding to find your favorite track. It's like a lost art in today's digital age. And making the sleeve too. Would spend ages on drawings and track lists. CDs and DVDs. It was magical going to the video rental shop and having shelves upon shelves of films, rented DVD players, or the discount CD bins and new reel-as stands at general retailers, and the console and PC games on physical discs. And of course the massive CD cases people had at home and especially in their car. Physical buttons. Everything doesn't need to be a touch screen. I guarantee Microsoft wants video games to move that way entirely. Game Pass is the early stages. Chat rooms. I have some of the fondest memories just joining random groups on Stick'em and talking to people. That little triangle-shaped window on the front seat windows of cars that you could open without rolling down the whole window. CDs. The liner notes, the disc art, the secret tracks if you rewind past the beginning of a song. All lost, like tears in the rain. Mini disc. CD/DVD, hate losing a show because the streamer took it off. Games on DVD. Weirdly. Landlines. Office had an issue and lost internet, also we had no phones to call customers. Grew up in Florida, hurricane hit, just power but could call family. Consumer printers that don't need 2 apps and specific ink to work, thanks HP. My friend, are you familiar with the gospel of the Brother laser printer? Joking aside. Seriously. Get a Brother laser. Mine cost $300 and can print duplex, scan and copy. It's 6 years old and I just replaced my first toner card, black, and I used a cheap third-party toner. No problems.
Hey guys, it's Reddit Glitch. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. I just wanted to ask you guys to hit the subscribe button because according to my statistics, 98.8% of my viewers are not subscribed, which I think you should subscribe because it's free and we're going to have a lot more bangers in the future, so subscribe. Again, thanks for watching. Bye.